Hello. Oh,
Back.
where's that light at? Oh, if my kitchen was clean, I wouldn't have a background. Well, no, it is clean. I don't know what I'm talking about. I did clean my kitchen. What am I talking about? It's a new year. I cleaned up, cooked everything.
Did
Also,
you?
a copy of your piece so we can call and book. Oh, okay.
Did you?
Huh?
I said, did you?
Yeah, I cooked on. I did a Instagram reel meal.
What's that?
Somebody had did something on Instagram, the little reels where it was
Okay, so you redid it.
a 30-minute meal from Trader Joe's.
Oh, okay.
So went in and got all the ingredients, and it was lobster with lagostino tails, so lobster tails, and I used the lobster bisque and some pasta. The only thing that I didn't put in it, of course, we know I didn't put no spicy chili, but I bought it.
Oh,
I was going to try a little
try to
dab.
live it.
I was gonna put a little dab in there, but when I started cooking and putting the basil and everything in there, forgot about it.
Oh,
Forgot about it. But it was it's a good healthy meal. So it made enough for 2 days, and because I had bought all these wonderful containers, so I had food to put it in there, and I was able to eat it again today. And because I didn't have it yesterday, I had it on New Year's. But it was really good, and I enjoyed the pasta. And the pasta was like $2. I always, because I'm not a Trader Joe junkie like everybody else. Trader Joe's was actually inexpensive. It really wasn't like, I feel like I spent more money at Safeway.
really?
Yeah. I went in, I got the whole entire meal for under $20.
Oh,
And I ate off of it for 2 days. And actually, it's still some left. So it only required pasta, the lobster tails, the lobster bisque sauce, basil, and the chili, which I bought this in the cabinet. And I actually bought two. So there's a girl, Nutrition by Mia. I want to make sure I give a shout out to her. She does these little 30-minute meals or 5 ingredient meals. And I found it sitting on reels at like 3 o'clock in the morning. I said, oh, that should be something I should try for the new year. And that should be my first meal of the new year. And I used it and then did it, and it worked. It was a cute little meal. But of course, it's gotta get some seasoning because they didn't do no seasoning. So it needs a little seasoning. I had to put some Lowry's in there to give it a little flavor.
was the meal already pre-cooked?
The lobster tails were already cooked. You just had to sear them.
Oh,
And but the pasta wasn't cooked. Or maybe it was. No, the pasta wasn't cooked. I boiled it. So yeah, it wasn't. It was already pre-made. So I'm definitely gonna go back and stock up on that pasta because I can do that pasta with different little things. I
yeah.
could do that with sausage and stuff like that. And so it was a cute little thing. Then I, of course, had a beautiful glass of wine with it, paired the wine perfectly with it. Felt like an adult. Felt like an adult. And so I started the end of the year taking everything out of boxes because I still had not. I live here, but I haven't moved in. That's a good way to say it. I have more boxes in here than the law allows, so I took stuff out of boxes and I made a mistake. I ordered a baker's shelf for my KitchenAid and all of that. I'm not good with sizes, so
Yeah.
it looked like it could hold more than one thing on it, but when it got here, it only holds one thing on the shelf. I'll have to show y'all a picture of that. Well, maybe I'll send it to this Sean. He can put it up. Y'all can see my shenanigans. But I was like, I was on Amazon. I'm like, okay, this is the cute little thing. I want a baker's shelf so that I can use the shelf in my kitchen
Hmm.
and put the stuff that's I don't have a lot of counter space. So when you don't have counter space, you have to try to come up with other things.
Yeah.
So I just sent Deshaun a picture, you guys. He should be able to stick it up if he can. But it's hilarious. Now I had to make some adjustments, and no, it's not My intentions was for it to be for my wine, but I'm gonna go tomorrow and pick up a
Oh
real.
boy, what did you? What?
So when I looked at it on Amazon, it looked totally different. It had more than one thing on the shelf, and
Well,
I don't know.
first of all, you got it backwards,
Huh?
upside down.
Oh no, I do know that part because when I did it that way, so that the stuff would not fall off and roll off. Because if you turn it the other way, it doesn't have the barrier around it. So I
Yes,
wanted
it
the
is.
barrier, and so
Yes,
because
it
I
is.
didn't,
It won't
huh?
fall off if you turn it the other way.
Yeah, well, because if you
If
turn
you
it the
flip that thing, it's not go. It's got the same barrier of the other ones.
uh-uh.
The
it just
poles.
it's but the
You
poles
talk
wouldn't hold. The bottom is just bare. It's bare. Because I tried it and I was like, oh, I don't like that. I'm scared of that. But now the wine is not to go on there as individuals. I wanted the big one, like the industrial size is what I wanted. But I thought this was going to be a little cute one to get me over. But I'm going to get an industrial one because I want to put the crates of wine on the bottom of it to level it off. And then my KitchenAid, because I have kitchen canisters that I have nowhere to put for my sugar, my flour, and stuff like that. Because the other day I also had planned to bake a cake, and that went out the window. I was going to do a 7-Up cake, so I was going to try my hand at that because I've never done a 7-Up cake, and I was going to try my hand at that, but that didn't get around to that. Got lazy, and it just didn't work. It just didn't work. But I'm being an adult, taking everything out of the box and making this a house because I went to go buy furniture. And of course, that didn't go well again. I don't know what it is with me and furniture.
Why?
So
What are you doing?
I went to the place and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna get what I want. I'm just gonna get something for now, just so I will have some living room furniture. And I go in and I'm looking, there's nobody. See, you guys, that's what it is. And that thing is freaking too small. So I'm gonna take it in my bedroom and I'm gonna put my cologne on it. So my cologne to
Mm.
take up all of those doggone shelves because I have a big bin on the side with colognes. Because y'all know I used to work at Macy's, so I have a lot of cologne. But I was like, okay, I'm going in this furniture store. There was nobody in the furniture store but me in the entire store. So I was walking through the store. I was looking. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice. I'm like, okay, you just have to think you're just getting something to tide you over till you come back from Dubai, and then you will really focus on getting the furniture you want. So it's not going to be a big issue. Well, I finally see something, and I'm like, ooh, a set for $12.99 because everything I'm looking at is 1,800 per piece because that's the new world. Everything is a la carte.
Mhm.
So I see $12.99 for the set, and I'm like, ooh, the sofa and the love seat. Not the best of what I wanted, but it'll do. So I asked the lady, I said, okay, so this set right here is the one that's as is. It's not something else you have in the back or something. This is the one that's on the floor for $12.99. She says, correct. The man comes out of nowhere and he's like, that's not a set.
Hmm?
It says set right here. $12.99 for the set. And he was like, no, that's not a set. And she said, yes, it is a set. They start going back and forth. And in the midst of this, I'm just like, you know what? I'm giving you my money. So if I got to get in the middle, you got to have a argument about my money. You're not getting it. And I said, you know what? Thank you, ma'am. I don't. I'm good. And I walked out the store, and he stood there looking stupid. Well, we have other stuff. I said no, because if I read something and the sign says that, that's what I expect it to be. That's what customer service is. And if you don't know how to do inventory, if you don't know how to go around and make sure that all your signs are right, so that when people come in, that's not my problem. So since you put the wrong thing, you basically just lost a sale. So I was like, out this door I will go, and I will journey on, and I'll come up with something else. That's how that is. And it really wasn't what I wanted anyway. So it was just something, because I was like, I really want to be able to use my living room, but do I really want to use it that bad? Do I really want to use it that bad?
You can just do 2 chairs and a nice. Your living room is a nice size to get two comfortable chairs, 2 comfy chairs, and a nice like end table or something, and put a TV if you want a TV in there to entertain. If you have company or something. But your living room is nice size to get. You don't need no big thing. You can get two nice comfy chairs. You know what I mean? And put like a nice. If you want to put a TV in there, if you don't want people in your room, put a nice little size. Get a
I'm not in my room.
Yeah, see, put a nice TV stand and a nice TV in there, and get a plant or something, and that'll be. You know what I mean? If you have company, get some fold-up chairs. You know what I mean? But if you have that one-on-one, just have somebody over, 2 nice, comfy chairs for now will do for you.
Yeah, but then I got to figure out what to do with them 2 chairs. That's the downside of just.
Well, you can get rid of them. You can put them on Facebook Market and get rid of them like that. Yeah. Versus them trying to get rid of a whole set you're not going to keep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're looking at something that just for now until you get what you want. If that's the case, go get you 2 nice comfy chairs.
And then I just decided that, you know what, I'll still wait for it till I come back from Dubai.
You ain't got to do all because you're like I said, your living room is intimate enough to kind of throw off that.
Because the other thing is, I did. My coworker came over the day after Christmas or Sunday. She told me she had been promising me for months, and Sunday she was coming to put my bookshelves together. So she came, and so I finally got my bookshelves together. So I was able to take all the books out of the boxes and put them on shelves, which gave me 3 more bins. And I'm like, oh my God, I can see a corner of the wall because the whole wall is covered with boxes. And then I still need to downsize on clothes because I have too many clothes and I have too many shoes. Oh my God, just too much of everything. Too much of it. But it was a good way to start the year. And so when I look at the bookshelf as I'm walking past it, I'm like, oh wow, I actually have done something. Oh wow, I've moved forward. Then I come in the kitchen and I see the kitchen mixer and the aid is out of the box. The crock pot is out of the box. And so for Thanksgiving, I went to Honey Baked.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going to Honey Baked because my friend told me she had went to Honey Baked and she got some tri-tip that was already pre-cooked. All you had to do is heat it up.
Mm-hmm.
So I was telling my barber that when I was getting my hair cut, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to go do that. And he was like, well, if you go over there, get me a ham. I was like, oh, okay, I'll get you a ham. So I was trying to order online. So all I had to do is pick it up. That didn't go that way. So I get there and I'm like, okay, just give me the ham and whatever it was. And I said, I want the tri-tip. The girl comes around the corner with the ham. The ham was initially $62. The only one that she found was like 70 something. Like, okay. Yeah. When she rung up, this was nobody but God. That's why somebody says you got to shut up. When she rung up the tri-tip came up to $3.
Oh.
And it was supposed to be $33. And I was getting ready to say something, and she gave me this look like,
don't you say nothing.
I said,
don't you open your mouth.
I said, "Oh shit! I done paid $3 for some tri-tip that's already cooked." Hey, and you know where that's at? In the freezer. I still ain't cooked it. So I don't know. It's like a production. I've been cooking, so that's the other thing. So I've been having leftovers because I've actually been cooking every day. And oh my god, so job back in the day, I used to always cook, but once life kicked in and I was living in other people's houses, it just didn't. The comfortability of it just didn't.
Oh, remind me that. I ain't talked to your ass. I ain't talked to my brother in months, y'all. He's been too busy for his little brother, but that's a whole nother story.
Lord.
But
y'all know I work 6 days a week.
Y'all can't even say that because his ass been all at other parties and hanging out with everybody else now on
6
Facebook
days
and Instagram and
a
shit.
week.
So I don't want to hear that. I don't want to
6
hear that at all.
days a week.
I've been waiting on this.
Lord have mercy.
No, but you remind me to tell you, because I seen a couple of people. Wow. Yeah, I seen a couple of people. But go back to your story.
So that's funny. What was I saying?
Can we do announcements real quick? Because we got some announcements that we got.
Oh, and we forgot. We done dive right in. Share the page, y'all. Happy New Year. We ain't even said that.
We need y'all to share. We also need y'all to follow. We got hella likes, but we need y'all to follow the page for y'all can know that we're on and you guys can see us.
Yes.
Please go follow the page.
No,
what's up? Listen, what's up, YouTube? What's going on with you? We are back 2024. I know we just literally ran through 2023. That was a lot happened, but it started off crazy. Last year, it started off crazy.
It ended crazy for me.
It ended crazy. We're praying for the family of Kelvin Martin. He was a member of Love Center Ministry. Him and Terrence go way back. I go way back with him. Yeah, he was a great guy, great guy. So we're praying for his brother and his whole entire family. We're praying for Maya Hawkins' family. Her father passed. So we're definitely praying for Jamie and the kids. It's just a non-situation for them. So we're definitely keeping the kids up in prayer because they lost their grandfather. So we want to keep them in prayer. We want to keep Uncle John P. in prayer. He lost his mom. His mom passed away last night. And we're just keeping them in prayer. Him and his sisters, I think it's 16 of them. So we're just praying for all of them, the grandkids, the great-grand, all of them. We're praying, keeping them lifted in prayer. Tomorrow will mark an anniversary that I just dread, but we're pushing through it. Auntie Karen would be gone from us a year tomorrow. Can you believe it? It's been a whole entire year. And that was something that I still really haven't even scratched the surface on because it just still seems so unreal to talk to somebody every day and then just go from this nothing. You know what I mean? So keep her son, her nieces, her nephews, grandson, me, everybody, all of our friends, Gloria, Terrence, everybody, our hangout crew, in prayer as we remember that anniversary.
That's crazy.
That's nuts.
I was scrolling through. I'm trying to get better. Y'all know I said I'm getting better at this social media stuff for my company. So I was scrolling through pictures and I'm trying to work on the reels, focus on the reels, doing the reels. And I was looking at the picture of Karen from the white party from when we were at the wineries. It's too much. It really is too much. You talk to somebody and then they're gone.
Yeah.
And like I say,
just partying with us.
It's there. 22 and 23 were 2 rough years for me. And so I was glad for 22 and 23 to end. But then as I came into that end, I just had back-to-back deaths. And it was rough. Hotels got real tough for me.
And I'm glad you said that, because we did just abruptly just leave everybody hanging, because life was life. And my uncle, my grandmother's son, unexpectedly dropped dead while he was on the phone with her talking. So that was a shocker. My mom's brother. That was a shocker. That was something that we wasn't
ready for.
Didn't even think that was going to happen. You know what I mean? Especially how it happened. So that was a whole month, because we didn't have his service till November. He passed October 6th. We didn't have his service till November 3rd or something like that. So that was a whole month of planning and getting prepared and mentally getting my mind together. Terrence had lost an uncle and a cousin, and then we wound up losing another cut. It was just so much going on.
It's too much.
Then November hit. Thanksgiving flew by. Like, it just was here and down. Christmas, now New Year's, like, Sunday will be a whole week.
That's crazy.
Within 2024 already. Today is Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday. You know what I mean? So life is life, and the world is going by fast and fast and fast and fast. And I just, listen, love on the people while you can. Even if you don't, I ain't seen my brother in a couple of months it's been a couple of months since November. I ain't seen you since the beginning of November. But I don't let a week go by without just saying, hey, bro, I love you. Because you just don't know. You don't know.
It has been since November.
It's been since November, yeah. So it's like, you cannot, even on Christmas, I had our annual Christmas party. We didn't really do much on Christmas. We just chilled because everybody was over here Saturday. We had a great time, fun, laughing, whatever. New Year's Eve, Shabisha called me, what you doing, bro, tomorrow? I'm not doing nothing. I'm going to cook some black eyed peas. I'm going to cook a roast. So I wound up cooking fried chicken and some black eyed peas and greens and cabbage and kale and stuff. But I chilled watching the game and just enjoying quietness, enjoying like that
game is that.
Huh? I watched all the football games and the basketball games on New Year's Eve.
I think I watched one
football game.
Yeah, in between sleep.
In between sleep. See, that's what I was doing. I was eating, sleeping, and Shabisha was here. We were just chilling. She left. I laid back. I went to the gym. Listen.
Oh, and I wanted to say that it's the start of the new year.
And the gym.
I can't say that to him. So I know that the start of the new year, all y'all make y'all resolution. Don't even make the resolution because you're not going to go. So don't even start. Just don't tell nobody you go. Just show up.
Let's go.
Because
listen, I got irritated today though, bro, because I went.
He can't be in it because he go regardless. So
I went in my normal time, and it was so many people
because they all made that
new on my machines. I couldn't get on. I was just like, "What is this?" The sauna room was so many people, and I'm like, "So I got to go tonight." I'm going to go.
Just hold on. By next week, you'll lose a few.
Yeah, that's what everybody said. Yeah.
The week after that, you'll lose. By February, you'll be back to normal.
Back yep.
Hey, Leah. Yeah. Good to see you. Happy New Year.
Yeah. Happy New Year's, Lee.
I'm like, so if y'all made a resolution, give it up. Just go on and give it up. I did also see this. You said we didn't have nothing to talk about. There was something to talk about.
What?
William Murphy, Bishop William Murphy.
Oh God! Can we wait? Can we wait next week? Because I'm going to bring. I want to talk about that, but I want to see if I can bring a couple of his members on to talk with us with it about it. Because I want.
They're not gonna like me.
That's fine. That's fine. I want an equal conversation. If that makes sense. I just want an equal conversation. So next week we're going to talk about William Murphy, and we're going to talk about the Cat Williams interview. Because that Cat Williams interview, I need him to go watch it.
And that's on who?
It's on Shannon. I'll send you the clip. I'll send you the whole in our YouTube.
Happy New Year, Doreen. Good to
Happy
see
New
you.
Year, you
Right.
guys.
Sway. Why are we swaying at church?
It's
Lord.
all right, child. They twerking at church, so they know no difference.
That's even worse.
They twerking the gospel music at church.
Oh Lord, that's
So
even.
that's a whole. But we
Okay. Well, then we don't talk about that. We'll talk about the next week. I got
next
something
week.
else.
So that's gonna be a hot topic next week. We're gonna have some guests with us to talk about that segment of the show. All right.
I got something else.
Yes, sir.
Something else.
What you wanna
So there's a clip today that went viral today where the guy jumped on the judge in Las Vegas.
Oh, the judge thought she was talking smart or something.
Okay, I listened to
I
it
didn't
like
really
4
see
times.
it. I just seen it.
I listened. I didn't feel anything that she said. She said, I'm just going to give you something different. I didn't feel that was being sarcastic. But
so what was going on?
He was getting sentenced, and she refused his probation.
Okay.
And so because of that, he got volatile. Okay. But when you look on the girl that used to be on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, her name is Tokyo Van Tokyo, the whatever. She got on there and said that's what the judge get for talking smart. You so ignorant crowd. I don't care if the judge talks smart. You have no right to put your hands on nobody. You wouldn't be in this situation if you had not did it. Consequences from your actions is what got you here. The judge didn't put you there. You made the wrong decision.
They didn't say what he was in there for?
Yeah, they didn't say. But I'm reading the comments, and so many people are agreeing with her. Yeah, she got that mouth pop. She got the... This generation is so confused.
But did she say anything crazy? That's what
I didn't feel that it was crazy. She just said, I'm going to give you something different than what you've been accustomed to, basically. Okay. That's not smart. And even if she did say something smart, you wouldn't be in this situation if your actions wouldn't have led you there. But looking at the comments, these young kids are so confused. They just think you can do anything. Also, because the judge says something smart, you're supposed to pop them. What? Why are you putting your hands on somebody? But what frustrated me even more when I watched the video, and I was stopping at the part where he dived across. Mm-hmm. There was another video that showed the rest of the video, and it was like 4 men grabbed him and they were struggling because he was all small statured men. It's like 20 other men standing in the back, just like he dragging these other men. So the one man, and it shouldn't be funny, but the man was punching him. His punch was like, it was a little tap.
But was it a black guy?
Yeah, it was a black guy. So the man was punching him, and it was like a little tap. It was just, it wasn't doing nothing. And then he started really doing it real fast. And I'm like, And when he dived across, this is what I don't understand. Why the hell is the bailiff sitting behind a chair at a desk?
Well, they always.
No.
Yes. They always doing that. They always doing that now. They have their own chair behind the desk in the courtroom.
For what?
I have no clue.
But you're supposed to be there to protect. The bailiff couldn't even get to him.
Yeah, that's what they do now. I don't know why, but they have their own desk.
Because he dived across the desk and he pulled her. She didn't get away. He pulled her back down. And because, I don't want to say this. Hey, Alicia, Happy New Year. I don't want to say this and nobody think I'm racist, but she was,
Say
it. She was a white woman. And we as Black people, and I tell my people at my job all the time when they trying to sneak up on me, I hear everything. I don't care if you walking behind me. I know that you're back there. So when she looked up She saw him coming. She just kept sitting there.
Oh, so she's well, maybe she thought one of them was going to come. One of the people was going to get him before he reached.
So, no, they didn't have a chance. They didn't, because he had a direct line to her. So Leah said they had an agreed sentences agreement, and he was expecting to go home, and the judge used her card.
Oh.
Just because you got something agreed, the judge can do that. Your actions led to the consequences that got you there.
But no, I disagree with that.
You wouldn't be in this situation had you not done what you did.
But we don't know what he did. And there's a whole lot of innocent people sitting in jail for stuff that they didn't do. You know what I mean? So we don't know what he did.
Leah, we need to Google his name.
But if they have an agreement, and if there was something that was agreed upon, yeah, but I'm saying if the lawyers have agreed to something together, they had to talk to the judge before that agreement was performed in front of everybody. It had to be a conversation. So I probably would have flipped my ass off too. So sorry. Hey,
I'm all right with you flipping.
Alicia, I didn't see you, girl. Sorry.
Yeah, I said, hey, Alicia, you didn't hear me when I said that? See,
I
there
did,
it is. I'm not playing with you.
I'm back.
Right. Leah said people forget the judge can halt all that. She said his rap sheet was too long and she was going to give him another sentence rejecting the probation. See, his rap sheet was too long. You can only go so long before somebody just going to get tired.
I'm sorry. That is not, and I'm sorry, that is not okay for the judge to use her power to do anybody like that. It's just not. If the person have served their time because of the crime that they did, release them. It ain't got shit to do with their past.
No, he was on his way. He was back in there for something new. That was.
No, she just said that he was supposed to go home.
That was the agreement that he thought they were going to do.
Expecting them to. No, they did do it.
Yeah, we're going to look into that more.
Yeah. So I agree. I would have flipped my wig too. Shit.
Bye. Thank you for coming. Go take your happy butt to jail.
Whoop her ass.
No. We're not condoning violence. I am not with putting our hands on people unless something that caused you to do that. But I just don't understand. Oh, wow. How did I miss that?
What?
He's going to jail anyway now. Right. Oh, wow. And look, he's Lord, y'all know, forgive me, y'all, as I asked Deshaun, Kevin Hines.
What about Kevin Hines?
That's the guy we had on the show. That's his name, right?
Kevin Hines.
That's not his name?
Not no Kevin Hines.
Okay, no.
Kevin Bruno.
Y'all know I'm not. Huh?
Berthie?
Yes, that's him. I'm sorry, you know I'm not good with names, and you had to put readers on. Y'all, we had Kevin Berthie on the show at the end of the last year.
He's coming back. He's coming back for sure.
That just came across my thing. They said it took decades, but San Francisco finally installed the nets to stop suicides off the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yep.
This just came today.
Took them all that time.
It just came today. And over 40 people have survived. I mean, 40 people have survived after jumping off that bridge. But look how long this has been going on. Wow. I just saw that there, so I had to put that note in there.
Yeah, he was one of our guests last year.
Yes.
In October, I believe. I want to say, or September, Suicide Month. He came and spoke and gave his testimony. It was, if you guys go back and watch it, if you have not watched it, it's in September. He was great. He was a great show. It was a really, really great, encouraging show. It really was.
Oh, okay. I like what Alicia said. I thought it said he committed battery and they were trying to give him probation for it. And the judge says, no way. But I could be wrong. I'll look it up again. She said, and I quote, I appreciate that, but I think it's time he gets something else because I can't, not with that history. See, I know it was a, yeah. So if battery, if you're out here putting your hand on women that you shouldn't,
no, but we got to, before we even make that assumption, we got to understand what the battery is, because if he was, we're talking about America and a black man. There is a lot of mistaken arrests for people that ain't did really shit or defended themselves. Like we can't, like
Majors
gotta get more information about that.
Jonathan Majors.
What about it? Him defending himself?
The video says something else, but they took that boy down.
But the video says that he was trying to walk away and that bitch was following him, snatching him and stuff. You know what I mean? And but again, they didn't even look at that.
They didn't even look at that.
They went on with some damn text messages. Like, come on. Like, I just pray that God protects all my family and myself from any of that crazy shit, because it's dumb.
Yes.
It's dumb.
Yes. But at the end of the day, people need to understand that the judge can change things.
Yeah, she can change it. Is it right? No. That don't make it right. That don't make it right at all. Because she can do it.
She can do it. She can do it. And then, so we'll get more on that and we'll come back on that. There's another thing out in the thing in the atmosphere that needs a little bit of discussion.
Right.
I'm so sick of him, y'all. This I'm not even gonna call him a rapper. I'm gonna say former rapper, Little Boosie. I'm so over him. So y'all know The Color Purple came out, and the conversation that really should be had right now is the equal pay, because Taraji has taken it there, and that's where the conversation should be. And let me just say this for everybody else that has not seen it. The Color Purple is not a movie. It is a musical. Please do not go in there thinking that you are going to see a movie if you have not seen it. It is 90 to 95% musical, singing, dancing. It is a musical. It is an adaptation of the Broadway play.
Did you like it?
So, I'm not a musical person, so it was okay.
I hated it.
It was okay.
And the only reason why I didn't walk out, I'm going to say I hated it. The only reason why I did not walk out is because I had paid my money and I was enjoying my popcorn.
It was a 7 out of 10, Alicia?
I didn't care for it. I honestly did not care for it.
I could have gotten more with it and gave it more had it been so much less singing and give me the story. I love, because when I didn't want to see it, but when Fantasia said how she didn't want to do it again because it was such taxing on her, but this time Celie got a voice. And Celie had an imagination. So I expected just a little bit more out of that, but it didn't get anything more out of that. You gave me the same thing. When she left him the first time, she became a seamstress. And that's what she was making Celie's pants. That's what. So where was the extra? Nothing changed. The end.
I just think it was very. I think they pushed it a lot, so it made everybody. What I think I was more expecting more than what I got. That's what my expectations was high. That's what it was. Because I kept on hearing about Tiaji singing and Fantasia tearing it up, and it's like when it got to them points, it was like, oh.
The songs were definitely letdowns.
Then I don't understand why they open up with the church scene. I don't understand that.
I didn't understand that either.
I didn't because it didn't
go with anything.
I just didn't understand it.
It didn't go with anything.
Yeah, I didn't understand it.
Okay, Alicia says, I love Fantasia, but don't tell anybody I said it. But it wasn't a Golden Globe or Oscar-worthy performance for her. But that Danielle Brooks deserves all the awards. She was amazing. And so
I don't think Danielle was good.
And we on the same boat because
because that thing when they was at the gas station and they hit her, all that was just. I was like, this is. I'm gonna say what I said to somebody else and just me because I'm from Love Center. It looked like a Love Center play to me that we do yearly, that we could have just did on a Sunday morning. That's what it looked like to me, because that's how their productions are. Am I lying, Terrence? It looked like if that can go in the movie theater,
Terrence has left the building.
Love Center, definitely. All them old plays and stuff we used to do on Christmas and Easter was a little better than that. You know what I mean? So I'm just, to me, even with that scene that Danielle was doing with the get my kids out of here, it was just like, it was just, okay. It was that bad. I'm sorry. I sat there and looked and started drinking my Pepsi and eating.
I expected more.
I expected a whole lot more.
Yeah, I did expect more because after she played Mahalia,
exactly,
she gave amazing vocals.
Exactly.
And but I can't fault her.
Some of the songs was just real cheesy.
She didn't write the songs.
The songs
so
was real
fault her.
Some of the songs was just real cheesy.
They were just cheesy.
It was just like
there was nothing put into them. There was no ugh.
And that's just my opinion.
But here's the thing.
Running around.
Here's the thing. Had this been on Broadway, it would be a totally different thing. But when you're trying to make a musical into a movie, it's very hard to do a musical into a movie. And the only ones that have done it have been the ones back in the day with like Mamma Mia. Alicia said, especially that song, Hell No, cheesy. Exactly. It was that. But Boosie took his daughters to see this
He's
movie.
He's retarded.
He's very retarded. And he makes this decision when they get to the Whoopi, the Suge and Celie scene, which was nothing.
It was absolutely nothing.
It was nothing. And he decided that was the moment that he wanted to take his daughters and walk out of the movie theater. Not when Mr. hit Celie. Not when she said that he beats me.
Not when he was having sex and raping her.
Not when he was having sex and raping her. Not when he brought another woman into his house, his mistress. Not when he bought her, when he wanted the other daughter and he tried the sister, and he tried to rape the sister and put her out. You didn't have a problem with none of that. But this one little minute scene that was nothing.
That was
nothing. Because if we really go back to the original book, let's just be real. The book was not meant for kids. If you read the book. and I
I
read the book.
wouldn't, I wouldn't have took my kids to go see that.
Right. There's no way.
But you
So
looking for something to get talked. You now your
you
name is
were
getting talked about.
looking for something to
You're
put
looking
your
for something.
name out there. You were looking for something to draw people back to your page.
Yep.
You are a horrible excuse for a man because when I think about it, you paid women to molest your son so that he could lose his virginity.
But
You
wait a
should
minute.
be in
But wait,
jail.
he had a song too talking about something about a song on Set It Off. I believe the movie Set It Off. If it was it Set It Off? It was some movie. It was a movie that he had a song and his lyrics was, "I'm waiting on my girl to girl action for I can see something." So you ain't that tuned in to, you know what I mean? Like, girl, go sit down. I'll say that.
And the reason why I'm so frustrated because he got into it with T.S. Madison, and you don't want to play with T.S. Madison. She checked your
Oh,
butt.
did he?
Oh God, yeah, she checked him royally. She checked him royally. But here's the thing that's frustrating to me, and I really didn't think about it until she said it, and I started looking. You have a real problem with anything
Hmm.
gay. You have a problem with, and
Hmm.
usually when people have such a big problem with something gay, it's because it's they struggle,
Hmm.
and
Definitely.
so that's your struggle. That's your underhand something. Look,
Yeah, it's all
you
right.
can't use Color Purple as a reason. It's already got too much other stuff because of the Taraji situation. And Oprah set up there on this tour and they did all of this press for this movie. And I'm telling y'all, it was a musical. I wish we would have pushed that more to say that it was a musical because that's something that I really could have sat in my house and watched. Fortunately, thank you to the Cages, Will and Ann, they bought the tickets, and I went with my friends, and they bought the tickets. But I would have been mad had I paid for this myself.
I
And
was a little upset. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, FYI, shout out to Pastor McFarland for the chitlins. I appreciate them. They good too.
oh,
He made chitlins for me every year.
oh,
I went and picked them up today.
oh,
Thank you, Pastor.
you made chitlins for the Color Purple. Oh, okay, so I just was like,
I
and I
just I don't I think,
and let's also be honest about this.
but you
Let's
know
just
what I think? I think this, bro, too. If they would have involved Whoopi in it more, it would have been probably a little better. But them not involving her and not even, yes, she did a cameo or whatever
as
in the beginning.
the midwife.
Yeah, but that ain't, you know what I mean? Come on now.
But what would have made it much better?
And Miss Oprah, I'm a little disappointed in you too. You need to apologize to Whoopi, ma'am,
What's she apologizing to Whoopi for? What did I miss?
because she told Fantasia not to bother Whoopi because Fantasia wanted to talk to Whoopi about the part, and she told Fantasia not to bother Whoopi. And Oprah has went to every interview, but didn't show up for the View.
You right.
She's
Every
been
clip that
on
I watched.
everything, Jennifer, Sherry, everything, but did not show up for the View.
Hmm.
So Ms. Whitfield, Ms. Oprah, you can't be doing Whoopi like that. Now Whoopi, my girl.
Wow, I didn't even think about that.
Mm-hmm.
I really did
Yeah,
not think about that.
she did everything, every media, everything, but the View.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yep.
I really did not think about that until you just said that. And one of you, I did not see her when I watched the clips because I didn't watch the
That's why they gave Whoopi that standing ovation and said what they said. If it was not for you, we wouldn't be doing this. and they made the whole audience stand up.
Really?
They gave her Fantasia, Taraji, Danielle, the guy, everybody. They all stood up, and
So now I'm going to go
he
back to
said,
watch.
if it was not for you, Miss Whoopi, we would not.
Wow.
They stood up for at least a minute clapping, and she had to tell them to sit down. Yep.
Well,
And her and Fantasia had a moment then.
look, we understand Oprah got her start there, but that was Whoopi Goldberg's movie.
That was Whoopi's movie.
That was Whoopi's movie because she played
And the only reason why they didn't get nothing is because of Spike Lee and the NAACP boycott and making a fuss and a russ out of nothing.
Out of nothing. And then look,
shame on themselves.
Because I went and it lost to Out of Africa with Meryl Streep. That was the longest damn boringest ass movie of life. And it won all the awards that year. I had to watch this movie to see why it was so much better than Color Purple. And I'm sitting here like, this is a hell of a long movie and it's boring.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything worthy of Oscar, anything worthy of Golden Globes. It was just a long ass movie. And I was like, this really over Color Purple? But that was when you really realize that anything we do as Black Americans, they're never going to really give us our due. They're never going to give us our due because I had no clue that Taraji, until she started speaking up, because I never got into her business like that, that when she did Benjamin Button, she still got paid like she was doing a B movie. And she had to fight for that little piece.
And guess what she said she did? She fired her whole staff.
Fired her whole staff. That's what caught my attention. Hey, Jesse, Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's.
I let them go. Fired them.
She fired them because she said after Empire, she had nothing.
Yep.
Nothing. And she talked about how Tyler Perry was the first person to pay her real money. And it's so sad. And that just made me have so much more disgust for Oprah. So much more disgust because you produced this. And here this woman gets up here and say that she almost walked away from this.
That's what she said.
Because of the pay, because the it's not mathing right. And she almost walked away, and you're sitting there as a billionaire. And you mean to tell me you couldn't give this woman more money? Because it's not like she,
ain't no almost, you are a billionaire.
That's what I'm saying. And then what really made me, there's a clip out now that Oprah said she would have played what's the woman? Sophia. She got $35,000 for it at that time. She said she would have did it for free. That is so disrespectful to these other actresses. You a billionaire. $35,000 is nothing to you.
She worth $2.8 billion.
$35,000 is nothing to you. You buy your friends and your favorite people purses that cost that much.
Yep.
And here
this all for Christmas.
Trying to put her son through private school because
you remember that watch she bought the Hawkins family with all them diamonds and shit when they did the Legend Ball?
Once you become a celebrity, people don't understand this, and people really miss this. Your children really can't go to regular public schools because you don't know who's trying to be around your child to get to you and do detriment to your child just to get to you. So she had to spend that money to put her son into a private school where she knew when she would be gone, her son would be safe while she's out filming and working in the daytime. And you sit up here and gonna say, well, I would have did it for free, $35,000. That $35,000 to you is a damn dime. It's a damn dime. It costs more than $35,000 probably for your light bill in your house.
Basically.
And you want to sit up here and just diminish what, and I mean, Taraji is a hell of an actress. And when she said that piece that when she finished Empire, she didn't have an endorsement deal. She didn't have any kind of deal. She had no gig lined up after that. And I would have fired my whole team as well. And what people don't understand, the agents work for you.
Yep.
You don't work for them.
You
they work for you, especially when you got to pay them your money.
You paying them top off.
Right off the top. And they're getting it off the gross, not the net. So whatever that top, they getting it just like the tax people. And as I say, we think celebrities have such wonderful lives. We think that, but you guys just don't understand. Like I said, when I was doing theater in New York, and I'm sitting there with people in New York, and they're on food stamps. I'm like, ooh, baby, I can go drive the bus. I can keep a check. They on food stamps because they're committed to their craft.
Now, who is this dude that just released who is Jeffrey Epstein?
That's the crazy man who had the
documents,
the big sex parties and
stuff.
Well,
he released and unsealed his documents.
He dead, honey.
So they got a whole list.
Uh-huh. And they thought Donald Trump was going to be on there. Donald Trump is not on there, but I'm sure there's a whole bunch of Harvey Weinstein.
They said Naomi Campbell.
Well, they can't blame her. She's a female. It's the men that we have to be worried about.
Well, why they can't blame her?
He was just going to a party. She didn't know. The women were invited to the party, so they could get on this. And she's a high-end model. So of course, if she's there, other people are going to come. It's the men that you have to worry about on the list.
Interesting.
Because a lot of people were sexually assaulted. And who's to say she wasn't?
Well, who's to say these women wasn't involved?
That too. I can see it. I can see it. That too. It definitely could have went that way too.
They ain't that innocent.
Oh no. I mean, well, look at Jada.
Yeah.
So we know women ain't innocent. We know they're not innocent. And she doing whatever she can to sell that book.
She doing whatever she can to sell that damn book, y'all.
And if y'all want to buy a book, and I just happen to have it sitting here, let's push this book. Where we at? Tamara has a book out. If y'all want to go buy a book, you can go buy Tamara Housley's book. Get the book. It's called You Should Sit Down for This. It's a memoir about life, wine, cookies. There you go. If y'all want to go buy a book about somebody who has kept their name out of a scandals, because kudos to, and that's the other thing, kudos to Morris Chestnut and his wife. I think they celebrating 27 years. His name ain't been dragged through the mud either.
What you call it either?
Who?
Samuel and his wife.
LL Cool J and his wife.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg and his wife. So
we got some black people that's
out there doing it. And I'm not gonna push your book and you out here destroying a black man with your shenanigans. That's all that is. It's destroying. And got your daughter out here talking about, oh, my mama should have been with Tupac.
What?
Oh, yeah. She talked about that was her one true love. You wasn't even here. You wasn't even thought about. And how you going to disrespect your father like that to say that? Just silly. Just silly. So
We ain't finna have. Listen, listen. Y'all mark my words. We ain't finna have no church. We ain't finna have no nothing. Social media is killing everything. And what the sad part is, social media has made it so easy for people to have a voice. And they can put whatever out. And that can go from, they can say, the sky is purple.
and everybody believe it and don't do no research.
Outside and get online. Oh my God, the sky is purple. Oh my God. And shit, you got a million views about the sky being purple. The sky is going to be purple wherever you look at it. However, whatever direction you look at, the sunset is all kind of colors. If you really look at it.
But we don't support that. We push the algorithms push stupid stuff. Stuff that's got a million views telling you how to overlook the algorithm. But you won't support the other folks who really out here doing stuff. People who done wrote good books and they can't even get no advertisement. People don't even know that it barely Rochelle Farrell had been sick, had been deathly sick.
Yep.
And she just posted the other day that
I posted on our page.
huh?
Y'all go to our page and look at it.
But she had been deathly sick.
Yep.
And nobody knew that. Nobody had been out there. And I remember when I first talked to Lamont about it, he was telling me about it. I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
But we gonna put out all this other stuff. And I know we hit our hour, and I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna be done. There's another person out there called Sexy Red. Child. I need you to get your name vetted before you put yourself out there.
Who is that?
Oh, you've never seen Sexy Red?
Mm-mm.
Oh Lord, she's they. I don't know how the reels come up for me because most of my reels either have something to do with wine, event planning, travel,
Is that
or
the girl that's doing the commercial now for Planet Fit?
oh no, that's ain't that Megan Thee Stallion?
Oh no, you talking about the
Yeah,
girl that
Megan
had
Thee
the
Stallion.
little, you talking about the girl that had the little kids party.
Oh, I don't know what party she had. I'm looking at her like they should vet your name. Be like, you ain't no Sexy Red. It just
Yeah, I see. I'm looking at her now. She got all these tattoos and stuff going on.
ain't nothing sexy about that. Ain't nothing sexy about her. But we making her into a household name.
They
And there
definitely.
are people out here who are doing some amazing things, and the algorithms will not push them. But you'll push her. She come up in my stuff, and I'm hitting hide. That's why I say this stuff don't it's a bunch of shenanigans. I hit hide, and this stuff still comes back up. And I say why? Because it's irrelevant to me. It's not what I'm interested in, and it still keeps coming up in my timeline. Still comes up in my timeline. I'll be like, Lord, just get over it. So
But we've had a great show. Welcome back, everyone. We're back. Next week we'll talk about Bishop William Murphy. And I want to because we were not um, here when it happened. We want to pay our own respects and honor to the late Bishop Carlton Pearson's family. He came to our show and was on there a couple of times. When we honored Uncle Ed one time, and he came on another time. I have to pull him up, but he supported us. He was a loving guy. He was a cool cat.
amazing. Just amazing.
I always respected him, and I look at, because of how they treated him, what made me look at the church a little different. Because just because we don't agree with your method of things, you just throw the person away and just throw them away. And then you
Mm-hmm.
say that's Christian life. That's not God. God
Right.
said they will know you by the love that you
Yes.
show one another. There was no restoring process. There was nothing.
Mm-mm.
There was just throw them out to the hens and just let them go.
Let him go.
Wasn't cool.
Mm-hmm.
And his family is still here, and some of the pastors and preachers are after he passed, the disrespect and just the nastiness, and
It's horrible.
you have to die. I'll just say that. You have to die, and he still was a man of his word because he left here with your secrets.
Ah, with your secrets. Exactly. With
He
your
left
secrets.
with your secrets. He still had integrity, that much integrity that you don't.
Baby, he can tell a story about a bunch of y'all.
But he left here with your secrets. And I just respected the guy. He came to Uncle Ed's service, came to Pops. He was there. He had words. I'll never forget when he said about sin and grace, when he was saying about grace and how grace is. And then he said, some of y'all looking at me like I've given you permission to sin. You were sinning without my permission. The guy was brilliant. Like he was brilliant. And I got to shout out to Mom Yvette. We love you. We support you. You already know how we feel about you. She was fantastic at his service in Atlanta. How she just broke down the word. She's just phenomenal. So yeah, just wanted to say that because we was not here when he passed away, and I wanted to make sure that we acknowledge his passing, and we're praying for Jewel and Gina and Madge. We're praying for you guys. Praying.
Such an amazing man.
Yeah. He helped a lot of y'all niggas.
Ah, a whole lot.
He helped a lot of y'all.
A whole lot. Half of y'all wouldn't even be here. Half of y'all wouldn't be here because y'all was clamoring to get to his stage. And the majority of y'all are never gonna have the prestige that he had.
No.
Never was just such
One
an
thing
amazing.
you can do to counsel yourself is pride.
And he was so soft spoken.
He was cool. He was a cool cat. Like I would text him, "Hey, I'm just checking on. Hey, Sean, how you doing?" Like he was cool. You holding on. I'm holding on, Bishop.
Yes,
like,
Alicia Azusa was fire.
Azusa was
it was
the conference before we had all these other conferences.
Everybody was the conference.
To Azusa.
He was the conference.
What was that? April, I want to say. Everybody was going to Azusa.
He was the conference. There was nothing else.
He was doing it, and it reached beyond Black church. It was everybody.
How heaven is going to be.
Everybody. And because I want to say this because he never said, I never heard him say, and when I talked to him about it, his thing was he didn't believe that hell was for the saints. So what I want y'all to go do is go study it for yourself.
Okay,
and get what you want.
Let's be real. Let's be real. God said you can ask for forgiveness. And on your deathbed.
But let's even get realer than that. If, quote unquote, let's say he's right. You know what I mean? And I can see where he could be, because you mean to tell me that the Bible says that Calvary took care of my present, my past, present, and future sins.
Huh.
So if
To
that
the
is
Bible.
already taken care of, how am I going to end up in hell?
That's what the words say.
So I ain't gonna even get. That's a whole nother.
Whole nother show. A whole nother show.
Just go read the word for yourself. Y'all stop listening to these people and read the word. The Bible says, "Study to show thyself approved." That's what the word of God says. Go read and stop taking some of these scriptures out of content.
And making them what you want
You
them
don't
to
live in the Calvary took care of the law. You don't live in the law. Y'all got to know your
be.
word.
Crazy.
Study your word. And stop
Crazy.
listening to the pastors telling y'all going to hell. That's that's gonna be for next week too, because I got a whole lot to say about that too.
Yeah,
Because
makes
it's things the church revolves. It should revolve because there was once upon a time you couldn't chew gum in church. Women couldn't wear pants in church. Women couldn't wear makeup in church. Women couldn't cut their hair. Women couldn't stand in the pulpit. They couldn't stand in the pulpit. They couldn't even give a word.
Wait,
They were silent.
wait. Some churches they still can't.
Still can't. Still can't. Because I remember one church in Oakland, Sam Franklin was MC, and they told her she couldn't stand in the pulpit. I don't know if you was there for that musical.
Mhm.
And I remember what she said. She said, "Listen, I don't care. I'm not going to be nowhere where the people still got shackles, and God has delivered me and set me free.
Mhm.
It's fine. I don't have to MC." You know, and then that's when all the other men came out the pulpit and sat on the floor with her.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like we got to get up. That's a whole nother. That's for next week. But y'all study your word. Just study your word. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say.
And worry about yourself.
Worry
And
about yourself.
just so you know, I am back. I've been gone. My podcast dropped. The Christopher Terrence Jones Show is back. It did drop this morning. And the topic, peace is my goal. And you guys have to go there because I had another revelation with Ancestry. And I'm a little bit, well, I'm about 80% closer to finding my father. So this journey has taken another twist starting this year, another twist. So y'all go there and I will talk about that on the podcast. But peace is my goal. My whole life is all about having peace. And if I have to stay in my bed and shut down the drama of family, then so be it. So be it. God bless you and God keep you is where I am. And that's where I'm going to stay. So, you guys are special. As we said, make sure you don't just like and share. Make sure you follow. Follow. Because we're at a point with our show, in order for us to break through that next ledge, we need the followers.
Yeah.
The followers is what's holding us from hitting that next piece. And we thank you for liking, but we need you to follow. And trust me, half of y'all follow some people y'all don't even go to and watch. But we need you to just follow. You don't even watch their stuff, but you continue to follow. But I'm always cleaning up my stuff because I support those by following. So y'all do that. Thank you, YouTube. We bless you. You guys are amazing.
Guys. I guess we'll see y'all next week. I had a clip that I want to share, but it's not loading fast enough. But it
ain't loading fast enough.
I'll share it. Oh, actually,
well, while he's looking at see if he can get that, we are off to Solvang, December 20th through December 22nd. That's where the Christopher's Wine Experience will be. We're on our way to Solvang, California, which is the Danish town. And I will be putting up the hotel information to book now because the majority of the hotels in Solvang are already booked for next year. And if you play around, it could cost you $1,000 a night to be in Solvang with us. So I would think you would want to book now, and they don't take no money. You ain't got to pay nothing. Just give them your credit card. But book now because the hotel, this is the last hotel that had any vacancy. So get your spot in there. And I don't know what to tell you. We're going to have an amazing time in this little Danish town with all these amazing bakeries and wineries. Yes. Did you get the clip?
All right. So listen, this was at Culture Service in Atlanta. This is funny. This is just y'all laugh. Nothing serious. All right.
He took both me and First G, my beautiful husband right there. He took us under his proverbial and prophetic wings.
So
she said he got a husband.
Is that what she said?
Yes, you got to hear it.
Accepting us, honoring us.
Hear it.
He took both me and First G, my beautiful husband right there. He took us under his proverbial and prophetic wing.
You gotta love them.
Lady Tremaine, you sat there and did what you knew you were supposed to do because you knew somebody was filming something somewhere.
Listen.
You were the ultimate diva.
She said,
did not move. You was pooched.
She said, that's what he said.
That clip has broken.
Hey, y'all have to know, Mom.
That clip has broken the internet right now. And I was like, oh my God, why they
I love it. And it wasn't disrespectful.
But who was the other woman?
That was Carolyn. That's Auntie Angel's sister. That's Shirley's assistant.
Oh.
That's Auntie Angel Marshall's sister.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was
that's
like,
Shirley's assistant.
And I'm like, anytime you go into anybody's church,
listen,
as a celebrity, you got to know somebody is filming you at any time. So you have to watch any of your movements.
But the crazy part is Mother Shirley was really shocked. There wasn't no act. She said, husband? He got a husband? How did he ever show? And bless Mom and Carolyn, they tried to hush her, but she 80-something years old, child. She ain't.
And the sad part is the person that was filming it was so damn close.
They were sitting on the front row. So they had to be sitting right there by the stage, like directed. You know,
right?
They had to.
And I enjoyed what he said. I love Bishop Allen. Yeah. I really love him. And what he said was just truly, truly amazing. And I don't know. It's just it is.
Did you know Lake Tahoe has a reggae festival?
A reggae?
Mm-hmm. Did you know that?
Probably.
It says the 7th annual Lake Tahoe Reggae Festival.
But I'm not into reggae music, so.
Yeah, I'm not neither. Somebody just sent it to me. I don't know why, but
that's that whole just. That's where they smoke weed. So that's not a place for me.
Well, I don't like it, but. Then next week, let's talk about that crazy ass lady. I almost called her name.
What lady?
That rude ass Anita Baker.
Now, I have to defend her.
Defend her for what? Let's talk about next week. Next week. I
Oh,
want
Lord.
to know what you got to defend her about.
You know I don't like her, and y'all know I said she'll
No.
never.
It has nothing.
Never.
I don't like her. I don't
Dime
like her,
money.
but it has nothing to do with me not liking her. You are an artist. You are a public figure. And if I spend $300 and some damn dollars, and if I want to take my phone out and take a picture of your ass, I'm going to do just that. You are in 2024. Well, 23 back then. Come on, girl.
But you know, people don't allow that no more.
Hold on, loud. You are in the fucking arenas. Everybody had their phone out. Everybody had their phone out.
Yeah, but it was right.
And then a smart arena will, like they did for the Tony Tone and Kevin Hart when I was at the Coliseum, they will take your phone and zip it in the bag. They will take your phone from you if the artists want that.
She don't know nothing about that.
She know. I almost called her another name.
Well, you just did. You called her a bitch.
I didn't think y'all heard it.
The whole world heard that.
Well, sorry. My experience with her.
Look, I'm gonna say this. Anita Baker, sweetie, Pumpkin, you were known as the diva for your hairstyle. I don't know what's going on with your head, but you need a stylist to get to that head and that wardrobe. Because the stuff
what don't help is the limp.
That don't help.
Don't help. Because when you limping, your hair is doing this, and your whole outfit is going with it.
Because it's too long. And that's
they could get her some shoes.
Yes, they could.
To make her not limp like that.
Or just go on and have hip surgery. Like everybody else.
Just do it.
Just go on and do it. And I promise you, you'll be walking so much better. You may miss a couple of months of shows, and this is why I say it's so sad, because she got to continue to work out here like that because she don't have the money. Because she didn't own her masters. She had to pay in that divorce settlement. So she had lost so much money. So this is what I'm going to tell you celebrities. Let me tell you a piece of advice. When you first start getting your first big checks, remember that it's not guaranteed. Don't go out there and buy that Mercedes-Benz. You don't need that Mercedes-Benz. Go out there and buy you an apartment building that is going to bring you some residual income.
Later on.
Buy something that is going to help you and not take you out of here.
Yeah.
Because you go get these big checks and you run to put $30,000 around your neck. Yeah. You're going to need that $30,000 when ain't nothing coming in. And if you didn't learn from the actors' strike that just happened, that people lost their houses behind.
Yep.
Lost their houses that was valuable to them. You better learn now. And everybody has had so many bad deals. Stop blowing your money on foolishness. Take care of home, because what else you forgot to remember? Y'all don't have a retirement plan. When you stop singing, when you stop touring, when you stop acting, there is no retirement plan for you. Gregory Hines' brother just passed the other day. He was 80 something. He was one of Debbie Allen's good friends. He was living in a nursing facility that is run for celebrities. Why don't you take care of yourself so nobody has to take care of you in the end? Think smart, think wise, think long term, because everybody ain't gonna like you. Everybody not gonna like your album. And as you see in the acting world, it's hard to get a gig, boo-boo. It's hard to get a gig. And it's only 1% that's gonna make it into the millions. millions where they get paid for the show. Millions, 1%. So focus on what are you going to do after? What is your plan B? That's wisdom. That's not playing games. That's wisdom. What are you going to do if this did not work out? What is your plan B? Are you going to be homeless? And being homeless ain't no fun. I've been there a couple of times or two. I can tell you, it ain't no fun. Focus on you. Use wisdom and stop just sitting here running and blowing money on stupid stuff. Buy you an apartment building. And let me tell you, the best investment is to buy a duplex where you live on one side, they live on the other. That's a starter way to guarantee that you have residual income coming in. And if you can pay for it up front, pay it all the way.
Sam? Going on.
Okay, that's enough wisdom for the day.
All right, we will see y'all next week. I know
Yes.
we're over, but this is our first show.
Ooh, we are over.
Our anniversary is at the end of the month, so we'll tell y'all more about that. But hey, peace. See y'all next Wednesday.